We've searched far and wide, looking for the best do-it-yourself builds. We've found some amazing projects, and today we're sharing 20 of them with you, including an adjustable workout bench for building strength, a floating bed for getting rest, and a kitchen island for mealtime. It's all happening next on Best Builds Countdown. Here we go at number 20. Let's shine some light on Brad's lamp project. To begin, he chooses poplar, which is a hardwood that's easy to work with. 4 nice even sides are cut. Then, he uses a CNC router to make slots. CNC stands for Computer Numerical Control Machine, which basically does the carving for him. He covers the pieces in durable tape, then mixes the epoxy and pours it into the desired slots, adding pigments of color along the way. To achieve the ombre effect, he adds a little more color with each pour. Next, the top of the lamp is made using the remaining epoxy. For a great finish, Brad does some handy-dandy sanding, followed by a quick polish. Then he grabs a miter saw to create a unique edge just before gluing up. And in go the lights. The top seals the deal, and the lamp does its thing. We think Brad has a bright future in DIY. Ever wonder what to do with salvaged or reclaimed wood? This builder repurposes some old decking wood to make a new planter. First, he sends the pieces through a planer to achieve the desired thickness. Then, cuts them to size. After securing the trim to the top planks, he makes some angled cuts, then preps the pieces for assembly. Installing the small feet to the bottom is easy for this experienced craftsman. After sanding, he applies a rich coat of linseed oil and turpentine mix. Finally, he staples a protective plastic layer in place, and here it is. A homemade planter you'll have to see to believe. Our next build also highlights a budget and earth-friendly build. Amaryllis is a DIY enthusiast who shows off her skills in turning regular old cardboard into a full-functioning shelf. After using a round container to help shape her design, Amaryllis reinforces the strength by adding more cardboard. She applies blue tape to help hold its shape. Finally, she mixes her paint with a dry leavening agent commonly used in baking for a more textured look. And you thought shelves were only made from wood. This next build on our countdown is brought to you by the letter S, as in S-curve end table. In terms of difficulty, the creator rates this build a 3 out of 10. For starters, a miter saw is used to cut the wood panels to size. The saw is then adjusted to make 45-degree angle cuts. It's now glue time before our crafter pulls out a nail gun to fasten everything together. Next, dowel rods are measured, cut, and put aside, while the table gets a few coats of varnish. Finally, he marks the dowel placement and applies glue to both ends of the rod. This rustic S-curve table looks super sleek, and that difficulty rating of 3 seems about right. What do you think? Check out the easy seesaw build. Leave it to Dad to think of fun ways to entertain his kids outside. First things first, Dad cuts the wood to size, then drills it together. Next, a heavy-duty metal rod is secured in place, and the seesaw motion is tested. Did you know that the word seesaw is derived from the French, and it means this, that? Makes sense. Now it's time to create the seats. Once shaped and smooth, Dad adds them to the structure, followed by the install of strong metal handles. Just before playtime, Dad tests out his creation. Then it's time for the real test. Looks like it's kid approved. Making an adjustable workout bench is no sweat for this motivated builder. He repurposes a discarded piece of furniture for the sole purpose of building a better body. First, he cuts wood, reshapes it, and sands it before attaching heavy-duty foam backing. After adding more cushioning, he staples some durable fabric tightly in place. Then, it's back to the cutting board to create several multi-sized and multi-shaped wooden pieces. It's definitely hard work getting this workout bench in shape. Once all of the wood is at its final dimensions, a series of holes, hardware, and adjustments are made. For safety reasons, getting it just right is crucial. So our bodybuilder takes his time. But in the end, this workout bench is a work of art. Next on the list, we're spotlighting this wood-paneled LED ring pendant light. Reclaimed wood pieces are very popular. For this one, our artisan cuts several pieces to size and then shapes them into a 3-tier round formation. He creates a circular guide, then smooths out all pieces. Next, this woodmaster makes some grooves in the fixture. He then applies a finishing coat. The ceiling base is created in the same fashion as the first piece. Carefully, he adds the electrical components to both discs. A clear light covering is screwed into place, and the base is secured to the ceiling. Once turned on, this build lights up our countdown. Up next on our list, a side table that's great for a kid's room. Very few supplies are needed. It starts with a painted crate, inexpensive furniture legs sprayed gold, and dollar store twine hot glued around the handles. To finish this up, this DIYer drills the legs into place, making this simple side table. This builder wants to extend his patio, so he's making a floating deck with his canine coworker Stanley. He digs a trench along the concrete before tap-conning some 2x4s, which basically means screwing or tapping the wood into concrete. Next, he drives down stakes to get the joists at the desired height. Several 4x4 joists are secured in place and checked for sturdiness. It's time to lay the deck boards, starting right up against the concrete patio. One down, about 20 more to go. Next, an angled cut is made in the deck to achieve the right shape. And lastly, he drills the siding in place. Stanley didn't help out much, but we're pretty sure he likes the new deck as much as we do. The countdown continues to number 1, with one guy's desire to create a floating media console. To begin this complex build, this media maker cuts lumber to size, measuring each piece precisely for assembly. Next up, he makes cutouts for a flush attachment. The frame is put together with a lot of attention to detail before the shelving is put into place. He attaches the console to the wall in 2 parts. A sturdiness test is mandatory. Next comes sanding, followed by staining and latch attachment. A quick spray painting and the console becomes wall ready. He glues the projection screen in place and adds a strip of LED lights hidden below. The final look is impressive. This next build is easy on the eyes and the wallet. For about $60, you too can make this mid-century modern-inspired coffee table. This inventive builder draws out his own design on a 2x3-foot board. Once cut, he uses a belt sander to carve out a bevel around the edges. A wood stain is then applied. Now for the legs, which are repurposed plant stands. After a minor adjustment is made, he screws the legs into the bottom of the table. And there you have it. A great spot for a cup of coffee. Daniel is here doing his first composite decking project. Like many backyard builds, step number 1 is to clear the area. Daniel fills the cracks with concrete crack filler. Next, 2x4s are laid down and secured with steel zinc-plated corner braces. Once the outer frame is in place, the rest of the supports and joists get nailed in. Now the composite decking is ready to be installed. Each board is attached with a nail gun. This is a long process, but doing it yourself will save a lot of money. Daniel calls this composite decking for beginners. Our question is, can you do it? Let's see the before and after. What a difference a deck makes! Earlier in the countdown, this inspiring builder made a shelf using cardboard. Now she's back, creating a coffee table using planter pots. First, she cuts a round wooden tabletop. Next, 2 planter rods are glued together to create the base. With a lot of paint and a little more glue, the table is almost complete. A texturized finishing spray is applied, and there it is. This builder definitely gets points for creativity. As we count down to number 1, this builder hopes to count sheep with his double bed project using a minimal set of tools. First, he cuts pine boards to a variety of lengths, then preps the pieces by adding several pocket holes. The assembly process comes next. The head of the bed is made using slightly thinner cuts of wood than the frame. If you notice any imperfections in your wood, a little wood putty really helps. Now for a good sanding to smooth out all other bumps and flaws. Before this bed is ready for slumber, adding supports is a must. Slats are also required for strength and mattress support. Lastly, 2 coats of furniture varnish are applied, and now that you've made your bed, it's time to lie in it. Next up is a budget-friendly makeover. Jessie and her husband want to transform their primary bedroom. Jessie first empties the bedroom and fills all the holes in the wall before painting. She starts with the ceiling, then moves on to the furniture with a primer coat. A new ceiling fan is installed just before painting the walls in a warm gray color. For that desired farmhouse look, Jessie uses deep brown creme wax and applies it with light brushstrokes to create a driftwood effect. Before arranging the furniture, she adds privacy film to the doors. Now for the decor. Our craftswoman installs hardware, hangs some velvet curtains, adds a couple lamps, and completes the new look with a variety of farmhouse-inspired items. Like Jessie, you too can make sweet dreams a reality in your home. Any DIY beginners out there? Well, then this one's for you. It's a simple way to beautify your closet door using only tape, paint, and your imagination. This designer tapes a unique geometric pattern before adding 2 coats of paint. When dry, the tape is removed to reveal a cool new look. Another build for beginners sits pretty on our list. Sadie here makes an easy outdoor bench that's built to last. Materials needed include 6 wooden planks cut down to a variety of sizes, exterior paint, glue, screws, a drill, and a miter saw, but a circular or hand saw would also do the trick. After the wood is cut, Sadie begins the assembly, starting with the legs. Seat boards are then installed and tested. She nails in the back support, followed by angled rest supports for added comfort. Finally, the back rest is drilled in place. After some much-needed sanding, it's time to relocate for spray painting. This build is approved by Oscar the dog. Good boy. Looking for a weekend build to do with your partner? Here's a time-lapse look at an 8-hour shed project proving that couples that build together build togetherness. Now grab your sweetie, some supplies, and get to it. Swinging into our countdown, we've got a perfect patio edition for those lazy summer nights. Mimsy here constructs a swinging bed for around $100 plus the mattress, which she already owns. First, she cuts lumber down to size and then builds the frame. To support the twin-size mattress, Mimsy nails wooden slats into place. Then, 1x6-inch planks are attached around the frame to help beautify the look. She builds armrests on each side, then paints the frame and attaches hooks to the ceiling. Heavy-duty eye bolts hold the durable knotted rope in place, and pulling down on both sides really helps tighten them up. Finally, the swinging bed is ready, and might just be the best place for sleep outside the bedroom. When you do it yourself, you're already saving money on labor. For their new home, this guy builds a beautiful butcher block kitchen island from scratch for less than $1,000. He starts the process by cutting down a bunch of wood to size. The entire build is held together with around 200 pocket holes. Once drilled, the assembly can begin.
My kitchen island is going to have room for 2 stools to sit at, so I had to make it with this large recess in it.
With the frame set, spacing for 3 cabinets is made, including one for a pull-out trash can. Now all attention goes to the base's exterior design, followed by a primer coat and a final paint job. To save time, he orders a butcher block top and finishes it with a thick coat of urethane gel. After attaching the cabinets and drawers, the island is moved to its final location and the butcher block is carefully placed on top. Bon appetit! There you have it, 20 do-it-yourself projects that you can do too. All you need is your imagination and a few supplies. So what are you waiting for? Just do it. Who knows, maybe your creation will end up on the next episode of Best Builds Countdown.